Hey Nathan, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream and thank you so much for your continued support. I just wanted to get right into practicing because if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm not feeling 100% right now. There's a multitude of reasons. One is that I did have a really fun weekend. We had some friends over, we hung out, had a great time. Um, and so I'm a bit tired from that, but I think more of what is actually happening is uh, I've had a very um, trying period. Um, and I am literally drained. So physically, I am kind of like still recovering from my period. And the other thing is sleep has been kind of on and off because John's topical steroid withdrawal is definitely doing a little bit of a it's going back into a flare. So things are unpredictable as of now. Things as in how John is doing, how much help he needs. We don't know how much worse it's going to get. We're in sort of uncharted territory right now, so we don't know what to expect, and that in and of itself is mentally exhausting. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Um, I am. I nearly canceled today's stream because in all honesty, I kind of want to hide, but a larger part of me wanted to at least show up for myself because I know that I get a good rush of endorphins when I talk to you guys and when I practice. So I decided to do that for myself, to give myself the gift of endorphins, and that is why I'm here right now. I think sometimes it is true that you should just, back off and let yourself rest. But in this case, um, I have some concerns that I will spiral if I don't give myself a healthy dose of endorphins right now. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Things are unpredictable, and I'm admittedly a little scared because of how bad things went 2 years ago. Um, we just don't know how things are going. So, um, and it's hard when it's hard when it's the person that you're in love with and that you would, in a heartbeat, if it was possible, you would trade places with them. And that's been really hard. So, looks like my Nightbot has not revived itself yet. I'm very sad because I did go and check it and it looks like it should be um it should be let's see. Oh, do I need to review the privacy policy? Is that why? Is that why it's not connecting? No, I don't know. My Nightbot is not revived yet. I made sure to check that everything was connected the way it should be, but it is not, and I am sad. No. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Nightbot is still not revived. one of these days. But yeah. Um, yeah. So, um, anyway, thank you, you guys. You guys are saying all the sweetest things. And I appreciate you guys' understanding too. I think in a weird way, I am not afraid on John's behalf. I think I'm just afraid of being tortured again. You know, it is truly a cruel form of torture to watch the person you love be tortured by their own body like that. And I don't want to relive that. I've already lived through it twice. And I really don't want to do it a third time. So, if I were to let go, I don't know what I'm letting go of. That's kind of the situation. So, yeah. I think it's more that, like, it's not that I've only been through it once, but I've been through it twice. And my brain is, because just so you guys are aware, 2 years ago when John's skin exploded, that was not the first time it exploded. I just didn't talk about the first time. So, I'm not telling you guys this as something that can be fixed right now, but I'm telling you guys because I think it is only fair to myself to be open about this. So that no one gets the false idea that I am living a happy-go-lucky life. I am not. And today is a result of one of the days where the uncertainty is, and the kind of like gripping your seat in trepidation is very real right now. So, in any case, I'm going to start practicing. I did prepare everything, as you guys can see. And we will just make it through. Thank you so much. Sorry, guys. All of my cables are getting caught under little boxes and stuff, so it's like all the things are everywhere. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate it. So, you know, this is making me realize that it might be overkill to try and come out with a video this weekend. I may end up having to take a week off of putting up a video. And I already kind of knew this was going to happen. That is probably more realistic for me to put up a video 2 or 3 times a month and then maybe give myself one of the weeks off when I know that I'm not going to be completely with it. But we'll see. I will do my best. Victor, hello. Yeah. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I don't take you guys' words lightly, and I really do feel it. But yeah, it's tough right now. It's really tough. I think I'm just kind of over the like hiding, you know. There we go. Okay, let's get started. Just get some flute playing going. I am really sorry to read that, Beth. That is rough. Yeah, and Deanna too. Yeah, I think you guys know. Being like flip-flopping between caregiving and then living your normal life really messes with your head. Because essentially there are days where we can just be happy-go-lucky husband and wife, and then there are days or parts of a day where I'm caregiver and he's just out of commission. And flip-flopping between the two, it does a number to you. And you know, combine that with unpredictable sleep and you got me. Yep. Yeah, exactly. You guys nailed it right on the head. Yep. So, there's not much of an end in sight. So we have to take one day at a time. And we have to really not take for granted the parts of our journey where we can just be John and Joanna, you know? Yeah. So it's difficult. It's difficult. All right, we're doing Marcel Moyse interval exercises. Here we go. gonna do the high ones. All right, so I'm working on using lower lip manipulation to bring the aperture of my lips closer to the opposite edge of the lip hole. But I also have to remember to not lip up while I'm doing it, so that it allows me to resonate the sound or the note high up. And that way, what that does is it redirects the air down far enough to be cut in half by the opposite edge of the lip hole. And all of that combined allows you to do it really relaxed with a lot of support. So, and also working on when I go low to relax my lower lip and trust that that will bring my lower lip back. And so that is working. I'm really happy for that. Hey, Michael, welcome. Hello, Copano. Hello, welcome. How are you two doing? So Copano, if I'm being completely real, I'm not having a great time right now. I was just talking with everyone earlier about my current struggle is my husband's skin is looks like it's doing something close to a relapse. But it's probably just flaring, but we don't know how long it's going to go for. And we don't know how much I have to go back into caregiver mode. There are some days, and then there are some parts of days where I have to go into caregiver mode. And then there are other days where we are just our happy selves. And it does something to your brain having to flip-flop between those two roles at a moment's notice. It's completely unpredictable. And I'm tired. I'm tired. And I am afraid because we have been through two particularly bad episodes is not even enough to explain how long these bouts are. The first time I went through it with him was when we first met 10 years ago. And I just didn't tell you guys that his skin exploded, and for a year and a half we were fighting tooth and nail to get his skin under control. Then after that it was kind of like healing. This time we have fought tooth and nail for about 2 years. I want to say it was essentially a 1.5, and then the bit after that has been much more bearable. It is coming back, and it has a mind of its own, and we don't know what to expect now. So that's kind of where we're at right now, if I'm just being completely real with you. And but I'm here for me, because I wanted to play the flute and have some fun. But yeah, thank you, Michael. So we're doing second articulation. I should probably update that. Second articulation is slurring from the main note. I need more support on the low notes, so I'm going to do those ones. I'm going to do the higher ones as well for a little bit more power up top. Oh, so Deanna, if you want to know what the exact condition is that hubby has, it's called topical steroid withdrawal, and it is a very obscure condition. Not that many people have it. It's when the skin develops withdrawal symptoms from being essentially addicted to topical steroids. And topical steroids is typically what is prescribed for eczema-like symptoms. Yeah. So, Arnav, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I don't want to scare people into thinking that if you use topical steroids that you will get withdrawal symptoms. This is actually considered a very obscure condition. I don't want to spread that misinformation out there that everyone has this reaction, but it is real, and we have met one other person who has this condition, and they share exactly the same symptoms. And they have been at their recovery, their healing process for even more years than John has. So, and it's exactly this thing. It will come and go, flares, and then you'll get a break from it, flare. And some flares are worse than others. It's a constant. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you. So Arnav, you are doing great. You got one in solo. Did you get chair one? Oh, you got the marking. That's best marking, isn't that? Good job, Arnav. So proud of you. We're all so proud of you. That's fantastic. Dude, that's awesome. Can you share with us what you played? Okay. I see. So so Deanna, you have a lot of family members who use the steroids type cream. So it doesn't happen to everyone. In fact, it's very rare. This is an extremely rare condition, but there are enough people who have it that there is something called the International Topical Steroid Network. Or like it's a nonprofit basically, just to spread awareness. So it's called ITSAN, ITSAN. So if you go to itsan.org, you can learn more about the condition. They really list it out, bang on what the condition is. So yeah, if you guys want to learn more about topical steroid withdrawal, obscure condition, but it exists. So not even a lot of doctors know about it or believe in it. But we have been very lucky that we have found one doctor who knows about it. That's how obscure it is, guys. We got lucky to find one. I'm glad, Arnav, you are saving your wishes. Good for you. we're gonna say that that's good. What I'm learning this time from circular breathing is I really need to concentrate on pushing the air out from down here, because it really prevents me from flipping the airstream weirdly. For some reason, pushing the air from down here keeps the airstream at a more consistent angle. We have yet to figure out why, but it does help. Good job, Arnav. Good job on saving. That's what I do too. I save. I save until I like really want the person, and then I get them. We're talking about a game that we play. Thank you, Michael. Yeah. Yeah, so like I don't want to scare your family members, Deanna, but if they are exhibiting those symptoms, they are all listed on itsan.org. Yeah. Ooh, you did Mozart Concerto in D, Arnav. That's a good one. That's a classic. Fantastic. Good for you. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's do 201 in 280 or 480 exercises. Wow, I just subtracted 200. Okay, so 201, we're doing broken triads on G sharp. So let's, okay, I need to swab. If I don't swab, I think I'm going to be very sad with my tone. Okay. All right. Nice and dry, because I washed this weekend. I wash it every weekend, guys. Okay. I want to try the bit up top. gnarly fingering up there with the high D sharp to B, so I'm just going to practice that a little. Okay, we'll take that. We'll move on to the next one. Yeah, I'll take it. I do want to go back to the other one though, with the D sharp up to B natural. So we'll go back one. Noted. Maybe I should use my second finger instead. Okay, we learned something new. So if I'm sliding from high D sharp to high B, I'm going to use my middle finger instead. I usually use my ring finger. That was just what I was taught when I was a kid. Generally speaking, I think it works with most fingering combinations, but I think for this, going from, sliding from the high D sharp to the B, just in case you guys wanted to know, it is definitely easier to do it with your middle finger instead. I took IB physics standard level, and that was hard enough. Do you know how I raised my mark in that course? We call them marks in Canada, not grades. Because I was not very good at the tests. I think on the tests I could only score like in the upper 70s. Like if I got in the low 80s, that was already like luck pretty much. But I mostly scored in the upper 70s on my exams. I just was not very good at it, even though I studied really hard. So the way that I brought up my mark was by turning in perfect labs. And the reason why they could be perfect is because the teacher told us that we could go to him with our unfinished labs and have him basically correct it for us before we turned it in. So he would essentially, it was just tutoring. He would just tutor you and explain to you why you did things wrong and stuff like that. So you really understood the concept. So I would get like high 90s, 98, 99s, sometimes 100s on my lab reports. And the when you have high 90s in your lab reports and then you have high 70s on your exams, your final grade is somewhere between like in the mid 80s. So I think I ended up with like an 85, 86 in the course, which in Canada is considered an A. So yeah, physics is difficult. I married a man who did a minor in physics and he was so good at it. I'm just showing off at this point, but he was so good at it that he was requested by his professor to go for a master's. That's how good he was at it. I did my my lab reports so well that I did end up winning the physics lab award in high school, and I was offered a scholarship for an internship at Triumph, which is like one of the big labs in Western Canada. And I actually declined it because I knew that I was going into music, so I declined it so that someone else could get the scholarship. But guys, that was in high school and I hardly remember anything about physics. So you're absolutely right, Arnav. You are probably barking up the wrong tree. I'm sorry, Michael. Thank you, Michael, for testing my Nightbot, but my Nightbot is still not alive. I tried to make sure that everything was connected. It looks like it is, but it's not. So I might need to just kind of redo the whole thing, like redo the connection completely. So I'll do that on another day. It would have been funny indeed if I accepted it. That's very true. I just didn't feel right about it, especially because I knew I was going into music. So, Victor, you're asking about my lip plate. It is not black, it is wood. So this is Mopani wood. So if you look really closely, it is brown, like compared to my hair color. And I just like it because it gives a little bit of a woody edge to the sound. And I particularly enjoy that. So yeah. Hey Sean, how are you? How are you? Yeah, no, I could tell that you're trying to answer it, but yeah, I'm sorry. My Nightbot is still dead. I tried, guys, I tried. It's still not working. I know, right? So at the end of the year when I graduated high school, my school allowed our families to come up with a one-liner to accompany you as you walked across the stage to get your diploma. So as you walk across the stage, they not only say your name, but like a one-sentence blurb about you that your family submitted. And my family submitted, Joanna is a I believe it was Joanna is a hard-working musician or flutist or something like that, or artist, who spends her time writing physics labs. That was the one-liner that they had them read out while I was walking across the stage to get my diploma. Yeah, so that's great. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Michael. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. But yeah, that was, oh, that was a good time. That was a very good time. Yeah, right, Megan? So you have a rose gold lip plate and you're noticing it gives you that like rounder sound, right? You know, I have to say I was pretty darn proud of my physics labs. I was pretty darn proud of them. Like, our teacher was actually previously a professor. He was a professor in a university, and he really loves teaching, and he wanted to teach high school. But he basically taught our class like a college professor, and it was incredible because of that. Like, um, absolutely incredible person. What a freaking gentleman too. Like, he, um, um, I don't know if this is TMI, but I think I have actually told this story before on camera. But you know, when you're a teenager, um, accidents happen with well, when you're a teenage female, or you have female parts, that is, accidents can happen. My period went off the wall, just completely torrential one day with no warning, and I bled all the way through my pants into the seat. It was so bad, it was literally dripping off the seat. Like, I looked like I had like stabbed myself. And didn't notice until the end of the class, until someone saw and then kind of started to freak out. And then as soon as as soon as my teacher noticed that people were starting to freak out, he just, like, usually he's a very soft spoken guy, but he like just in a very commanding voice told everyone to leave the room. Like, don't say anything, leave the room. Then for me, he brought me to the nearby staff washroom, parked me in there, made sure I was okay. He cleaned up, just quietly cleaned up, didn't make a big fuss about it, called my mom to bring me a new pair of pants, underwear, you know, all the stuff. Just didn't make a big deal out of it. And what could have been a very traumatic experience ended up becoming a very treasured experience. Like, that demonstrated to me how a true gentleman should react in a case like that. There was no pointing, there was no jeering, there was no laughing. I am willing to bet that he had some sort of conversation with the rest of the class, because no one ever mentioned it to me. It was as if it never happened. Like, no one mentioned it to me, which is like not a thing that happens in high school. Like, in high school, like, people just like other kids have no mercy. They will just point and jeer and laugh and whatever, you know? But he must have sent out a message or something, which is like, you know, you are not to talk about this, blah, blah, blah. Like, something like, he must have, because no one mentioned it. Absolutely no one. No one asked me about it. Nothing. Like, it was exactly like, it was nightmare fuel, but he turned it into a situation that really demonstrated to me, like, you know, when I'm in his place, like, when I'm a grown up and if something like that happens. Like, he really demonstrated to me how to actually deal with it in a way that was kind and not damaging and traumatizing, and, you know, a true gentleman, you know? Yeah, most people would rip you to shreds. Not a single person brought it up. Not a single person. Not at all. Not even outside of class. Nothing. It was as if it didn't happen. It was amazing. So, like, yeah. Holy cow. Like, so to me, that is my memory of my physics teacher. Like, not only was he amazingly kind in terms of just teaching, you know, like, he basically tutored me privately for all of my physics labs. But, and he did so for anyone. He showed no favoritism. He did this for everyone. Anyone who asked, he would generously give of his time. He would stay after class. He would stay after hours to help anyone who wanted it. Like, it was amazing. So, you know, yeah, this guy was freaking amazing. But yeah, so the class was hard, but I don't even care. The teacher was amazing. Anyway, I should probably do some more exposition drilling. But yeah, guys, like, talk about an extremely like what a memory. That became a core memory of mine in a good way. Like, normally that type of memory would be like insanely traumatic, but I remember it so fondly. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I can't believe that happened to me. Like I can't believe I was like just so lucky to end up in his class, you know? Incredible. I don't know what he did. He must have done something behind the scenes, because there ain't no way. There ain't no way that no one laughed at me for it. Incredible. Just incredible. Anyway, let's start drilling. Ibert, third movement, exposition. Gotta do that lip movement. Okay, so what I have to do to get that A to pop out is to stick my lip out a little bit earlier, actually. And then I think you guys could hear it kind of like jump right out. Hey Jody, how are you? How is life? Saw the live chat was on. Everyone having fun? Oh, you. Are you having fun? How is life? take it. We continue. Yes, indeed. Score for all of us. I think being able to just talk is definitely helping me feel better. I knew that this was going to help me feel better if I just like showed up. Okay, not bad. We keep drilling. That's feeling good. So we keep going. Oh, this thing has unpaired itself. No wonder it doesn't work. Oh, okay, yeah. I think we're good now. Are we good now? Yes, we are. Okay. All right. One part I want to drill just to keep the slow-mo in mind. keep going. Keep drilling, keep drilling. Oh, it's a B natural. Okay. Oh my gosh, Nathan. Thank you yet again for gifting five second tier memberships. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Wow, wow, wow. So everyone who has been gifted a membership by Nathan, please say thank you in the chat. Holy cow. That's a lot. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really, really appreciate it. I know you've gifted a lot of subs to, like a lot of memberships, that is. Sorry, I'm using Twitch terms. I know that you've gifted a lot of memberships to a lot of people here. So thank you so very much. So for those of you who have now been gifted a membership, you now get 24-hour early access to my videos. Anytime I post a new video, so an actual video, not a stream. If I post an actual video, you guys will get 24-hour early access. So you guys can comment under it and, just kind of like, have it be like just kind of a private thing for a little bit before it goes out to the public. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. That's huge. And seriously, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, shall we? Let's keep drilling. I'm still not 100% used to jutting out my lip versus like lipping it up, because those two motions are different. Lipping it up will change the like the minute pitch, so like makes it sharper. But jutting it forward will get me that open sound while getting the aperture between my lips closer to the opposite edge of the lip hole. So still getting used to that. keep it there. Okay, we will go a little bit back and then drill the whole thing. Again. Okay, better. Could use more support. Okay. We'll just drill the last bit of the exposition. Hey, thank you. Okay, we did it. We have drilled through the exposition. It's feeling much better. I think I still need to do more though. So we'll just end off a little bit of Rapid as Wildfires and a little bit of Vaguelette. So from Genshin Impact. I think I mostly want to do the end of Rapid as Wildfires. That worked. A little bit of lava galette. Ugh. I mean, okay, I think that this kind of goes along with sort of the theme of today. If you guys uh, know the story of this person in the game, prior to this story quest around her, she had spent 500 years being stuck in a role with no end in sight. And that's kind of how we feel right now. I'm just going to very quickly see if I can memorize the second half. Thank you. It helps that I have this memory, this melody in my head already. I just kind of need to like stitch it together, if that makes sense. The other thing too is the more you memorize, the more you start to recognize melodic patterns and you start to be able to predict what should be coming up next. So the trick to memorizing is to memorize more. That makes sense. Your brain kind of gets used to it. It's almost like speaking a language. The more you speak it, the more fluent you get. Okay, I'm gonna memorize this last line a little bit better. Okay, I want to piece together the second half now. Okay, I did it. So I will leave it for next time just because I don't want to push it. I will leave it for next time to put the whole thing together. And then I will have memorized La Vaguelette. That was very cathartic. I'm quite happy with that. I'm really glad that I have, you know, a game like Genshin Impact too. Like it sounds so mushy, but I'm really glad that this game really like explores very, very hard like issues and situations, and because you know it makes you not feel so alone, and the music that goes with it is just so insanely cathartic to play with those emotions. And you know, thank you. I'm glad that you guys also think it sounds pretty. I definitely teared up during this part, which you can see my reaction to it. This plays at the end of Farina's story quest. I did stream the whole story. So yeah, I believe I just called it Farina's story quest. So if you go to my flutist off hours playlist, go down the list, you should see Farina's story quest, and at the very end of it is when this song plays. And Me tearing up to it though will not make any sense if you don't like listen to the rest of the story. But in case you were wondering where that reaction is, it is there. So thank you, Victor, for watching. Michael Haber, I hope I am saying your name correctly. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you're doing well, and I hope you are having a great day. I am having I was right. I was right, guys. I definitely am feeling the endorphin rush, and I'm definitely feeling better. Was not feeling great at the beginning of this session. If you want to, if you weren't here and you want to know why, there's just a lot going on. And I did kind of explain it at the beginning while I got my flute out. And I think it is important to acknowledge what you are going through before you start practicing, because it's really good to be aware of, like, generally speaking, how your body is feeling and what your mental state is. And knowing those things can help guide you to have a better practice experience. So yeah, today I don't know if you guys noticed, but I concentrated more on drilling repetitions because that can keep me busy. And it can help me feel like I've accomplished something, you know. So thank you guys so much. Yeah, this is a wonderful piece. You guys can see why I'm memorizing it. And I don't know if you guys can tell. I certainly can tell from playing it myself. I play it with a lot more soul when I'm not looking at the music. Like, a lot more soul. I play it the way I want to, that I actually hear it in my head, and I'm not so distracted by reading the notes. So yeah, I'm very excited for tomorrow to practice this, because tomorrow I will be able to, I think, do the entire thing in one go, and that is going to be amazing. And then I think once I'm really comfortable with that, maybe I'm going to let myself just kind of practice it for the next week, so it's like really solidified. Once it's really solidified, I can put on the backing track, guys. I can put on the backing track and have it play to the backing track live in front of you guys. I was thinking that would be really fun. Genshin does a really great thing where, for these types of tracks, they make it very easy to cover, because they will not only release the track, as it is in the game, but they will also release instrumentals only track. So it's great. It, like, no editing involved or anything. It's so nice to just kind of like put it in the background, and then you can just like play to it or sing to it or whatever. So I was thinking I might try that next week, but for now I think I need to just let myself solidify, like let the tune solidify in my head. And we're not in a rush, so might as well give myself some extra time to let it kind of simmer in my head. So yeah, I am quite pleased with how that is coming along. And yeah, what a lovely cathartic way to end the practice session. I do always suggest that you guys also do something similar, where you find that fun thing to do sometime during your practice session. Some people like to do it first because it puts them in a good mood. People like me like to do it at the end as a reward. And it just feels great, because you feel like everything that you practiced is being used the way you want. And it's really fantastic. So made it in time for end of stream cleaning. Hi, Rogue, how are you? Yeah, I'm particularly happy with how La Vaguelette worked out at the end here. That was great. That was great. Like, I really feel like I got to express some of the more, like, um, my feelings of struggle, I guess. Um, yeah, that was great. I freaking love these tunes. There's so many tunes in Genshin that have this kind of very um, um, like very profound emotional like I don't know what's the word for it, but like there's like a really profound emotional like almost kind of catharsis in a lot of these tunes. I've memorized a few of them now just because they're all just so good. Yeah. So yeah, like the hot tub after a swim. That's a really great way of putting it. That's exactly how I feel about Genshin music. It's like I feel like I'm really like enjoying myself and like relaxing, you know. Yeah. Catharsis, the catharsis that I feel through Genshin tunes is just wonderful. Like it's Genshin really helped us get through topical steroid withdrawal. Um, Aside from the music being beautiful and the the story being beautiful, it's a great escape. Like Genshin was one of the few moments during our darkest times through TSW where we felt normal because you log in and you're like someone else, you know. Most of the time, I'm some sort of very tall, handsome man, and John is a beautiful lady. It's very common. He always plays the ladies, and I always play the men, and it's great. Like you feel like someone else. You feel like, and also when we play together, there's that kind of camaraderie that you build. That it's really nice to kind of have that escape outside of the kind of caregiver patient role like is really fantastic. So magical, yes, is the word. So all that to say, Genshin is awesome. And thank you all so much for joining me today, even though I have not been my completely chipper self, but like I really thank you guys for accepting this part of me as well, that you guys are so embracing of this facet of my personality. I don't think that a lot of content creators have this luxury of showing the not so happy side. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I don't take it for granted, and I really am very thankful that you guys are so, just like so kind and understanding. Yeah, emotions. Yeah, humans have emotions. Yes, I know, right? But it's interesting. Like I am kind of in this space a lot as a consumer, and one thing that I notice a lot is that a lot of people really, like a lot of content creators don't actually have this luxury to just be themselves on a bad day. So yeah, it is not healthy to stuff them. It's very true. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys that I don't take it lightly, that you guys are so kind and understanding about it. So thank you. But for now, I'm going to sign off and kind of take it easy for the rest of my day. I just want to say thank you so much for being wonderful, for being kind. And also, I am noticing that you guys are following the new chat rules. I just wanted to call that out to say that I really appreciate it. I really enjoy how chatty the chat has become again. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone is involved in this, so thank you all who are in the chat for adhering to the rules. I think that it is really going in the direction that we all want it to go in. It's a group effort, okay? But yeah, so take care of yourselves. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Really look after yourselves and your loved ones, because there is no music without the musician. You guys are great. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I believe it is at 11 a.m. Pacific time. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.